Hello again, everyone. This is Evan from Common Combos. Today, we'll be looking at one of the strongest combos in Magic's history that caused several functional erratas as well as bans in nearly every format. This combo involves two cards. Time Vault, a 2-mana artifact which has been part of Magic since its inception, which reads, Time Vault enters the battlefield tapped. Time Vault doesn't untap during your untap step. If you would begin your turn while Time Vault is tapped, you may skip that turn instead. If you do, untap Time Vault. Tap to take an extra turn after this one. Alongside Voltaic Key, which is a 1-mana artifact from Urza's Saga, which reads 1 and tap to untap target artifact. Time Vault is a fairly simple combo that starts by casting Time Vault, having it enter the battlefield tapped, then casting Voltaic Key. Once Voltaic Key is in play, you can activate the untapped target artifact ability targeting Time Vault. After the ability resolves and Time Vault is untapped, tap it to take an extra turn. On the following turn, the Voltaic Key will untap during your untap step, but your Time Vault will not. Simply untap it with your Voltaic Key to take infinite turns. This combo is exclusive to Vintage, where Time Vault is restricted to 1 copy per deck. Vintage has a restricted list for normal cards instead of a ban list. The cards on the Vintage ban list either violate the spirit of the game, such as the Ante or Dexterity cards, don't work outside draft formats, those being the conspiracies, or cards that were deemed problematic in 2020. In Vintage, you are allowed to play at least 1 copy of some of the most powerful cards Magic has to offer, allowing opening hands with enough mana to pull off this combo turn 1. You'll most likely see this combo alongside cards like Mixture's Workshop, Tolarian Academy, and the Power 9, as a package in the most dominant Vintage decks that exist. Time Vault is a unique piece of history among Magic the Gathering errata, in that Wizards of the Coast have attempted to fix the card several times since the inception of the game. In 1993, Time Vault was printed in Magic's original set, Alpha. In 1994, Wizards decided to ban the card in Type 1, the only format that existed at the time. 1996 was Wizards' first attempt at fixing Time Vault to allow it to see play, and it read as follows. Does not untap as normal. If Time Vault is tapped and does not have a time counter, you may skip your turn to untap Time Vault and put a time counter on it. Tap, remove the time counter from Time Vault to take an additional turn immediately before the next normal turn. Functionally, this returned Time Vault to how it was originally intended to be played, that you would skip a turn to take a turn later. Why anyone would waste space in their deck to play this version of Time Vault is beyond me. This errata, however, did succeed in getting the card unbanned. 2005 saw the release of the original Ravnica set, and with it came the printing of a card called Flame Fusillade, which reads, until end of turn, permanents you control gain tap, this permanent deals 1 damage to any target. This effect, alongside the errata text of Time Vault, allowed you to untap Time Vault to skip your next turn, then tap it to deal 1 damage and repeat this process until your opponent is dead. This works because the 20 or so next turns you skipped don't matter because you already won the game. This allowed an unrestricted Time Vault to ravage Legacy and Vintage. In 2006, Wizards once again changed the text of Time Vault to stop it from infinitely comboing with Flame Fusillade, angering everyone that had purchased one to play in their Legacy decks. The errata changed the text to read, Time Vault comes into play tapped. If Time Vault would become untapped, instead choose 1. Untap Time Vault and you skip your next turn, or Time Vault remains tapped. Tap, take an extra turn after this one. Finally, in 2008, Wizards decided to revert Time Vault to its original broken state, and with that, the Voltaic Key combo was born. Alongside the reversal of the power level errata, they banned Time Vault in Legacy and restricted it in Vintage. 2020 saw an upgrade to the Time Vault combo alongside Core Set 2020. The card Manifold Key, which has one additional line of text reading 3 and tap, target creature can't be blocked this turn, completely replacing Voltaic Key in Vintage. Thank you all so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more common combos. Like the video if you feel it deserves it, and comment down below any combos you'd like us to cover in the future. Bye-bye now.